All right. G'day, everybody. Ozmankollects63 here. We're back again. I'm back. I'm back. I had the last week off because I wasn't feeling well. I was a bit sick, but I'm back at it. We're back with Relax and Read, and we're up to Relax and Read number 20, I believe we're up to. And tonight, this evening, wherever you might be in the world, we're going to be going over Marvel's number 1, which is a very cool looking cover. It's got a lot of fantastic artwork by Alex Ross. And it's written by another bloke, which I can't remember, but we're going to look in just a sec. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday. Mine's come to an end, and yeah, we're getting into the weekend. So cheers, everybody. So yeah, without messing around too much, let's get to the whole reason why you're here. So if I also bear in mind this is live, so anything can happen. So bear with me if anything technical happens. But let's get into it. So this is what we're looking at. So Marvel Comics number 1, and this is on the VeVe platform. That's this thing right here, which is a digital collectors platform. They do comic books, collectibles, all sorts of cool stuff, all licensed IP and all above board. And if that's something you want to hear a bit more about, then we'll go over that at the end of the reading, because this is quite a long comic book. I believe this one's a 50-page comic book, so it's gonna take a little bit to get through it. But hopefully stick with me, and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, as I was saying, it is written by this guy. Is it Kurt Busiek? I hope I'm saying that right. Kurt Busiek, and artist is Alex Ross. Alex Ross is a very well-known artist in the comic book world. Does some amazing artwork, such as this one. Very cool. And this is sort of like a little homage to the original Marvel Comics number 1. But this is like kind of a more of a updated retro type spec. But yeah, so without too much messing around, because I know that's why you're all here, we'll get rid of my face. So we'll get into the comic book and whack on some music, and we'll get into it. And then, yeah, if you want to stick around afterwards, we'll go over VeVe a little bit, and we'll go over some Market Watch, see how this thing's going for in the marketplace. And yeah, any other cool stuff you want to talk about while we're here. So feel free to whack a comment up in the comment section if you like. And yeah, if you enjoy what you're listening to, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a subscribe, and give us any sort of feedback. Always helps improve the quality of these streams. And also, a big thank you if you're watching on YouTube and on X Spaces and anywhere else. So whether you're watching on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel or you're watching on my own YouTube channel, Ozmankollects63. Right, so let's get into it. So let's get rid of my face here. Oh, I'm gone. Haha. I'm in disguise. I'm incognito. Also, if I do sound a little bit froggy, I do apologize. My voice is still not 100%, but I'm going to give it my best crack because I want to try and get back into it. Right, let's find some music. Oh, turn it down a bit. There we go. But trying to sound a bit different this time. Well, it's very chill, very cool. Okie dokie. Right, let's get into it. Whoops, I think I already had that open. Shut that one. There we go. Righto. This is very peaceful, very patriotic, because we've got a few famous faces in here. But right, go. Wrong screen. That's better. Right, so we have Marvel's number 1. Sorry, not Marvel Comics number 1. That's an entirely different book. But this is apparently a book 1 of 4. So we've only got the 1 on the VeVe app at the moment. But yeah, this is the front cover by Alex Ross. Very cool. He's got a very distinctive style. And yeah, like I said before, let's have a look. So yeah, it's 50 pages this one, so it's going to take us a little bit to get through it. But let's get into it. Ooh, I might just turn it down just a touch. Very dramatic music. Okay. Marvel's book number 1, A Time of Marvels, written by Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross, so our cover artists and our writers, and a few people there as well. Okay, sorry, just bear with me a second. Right, let's get into it. So this is page 4 or 5 of 50. Let's crack in. There was fire in 89. Even I could feel it. I was nothing but a scrappy looking kid, still wet behind the ears. So we've got Very noir looking fella here. So we're in the, I was 89, 39. And 39, so it's 1939. The rage was 3940s. But we were but we were a scrappy country back then. We catered the Great Depression, and the blaze in Europe didn't scare us. You believe that Hitler and his relentless for peace, bunk? Yeah, well, he's pouring crack troops into the Rayland. How soon you figure before we're into it? Us Senator Toby. Once FDR finishes chewing him up, our fire was hotter, and we were ready to prove it. Oops, wrong button. They're going to need good photographers over there, and I'm good. The name's Phil Sheldon. May mean something now. The name Phil Sheldon may mean nothing now. So this is our hero. Well, I guess I could call him a hero. Our Phil Sheldon. So he's an upcoming photographer. And they're talking about the war happening over in Europe at the moment. But you just wait and see. Europe's where things are jumping. There's careers are being made. Yeah, and where people are dying by the carload. I'm not tired of skirted old New York yet. I don't think I ever will be. But each to his own. When I run the bugle, oh, here we go again, he says. As I was saying, when I run the bugle, you can head the foreign bureau maybe, if I still feel like it. For now, though. So he must be a descendant of J. Jonah Jameson or something. He looks very J. Jonah Jameson. Oh, that's a little bit there. We're just working stiffs, and we take the jobs we get handed. Of course, some jobs are better than others. And on that note, I'll see you birds later. Got a juicy labor dispute to cover. Thanks for the ride. And have fun with your crackpot. Rub it in, why don't you? Go fry your hat, pal. Gotta love some of the comebacks of these things. Go fry your hat, pal. Try using that one today. The nerve for some people, he says. I keep an eye out for photo possibilities, but didn't expect any. Venice A. Horton was one of those scientists. His tamer theories made Einstein seem like recipes for chicken soup. Okay, so this is a smart fella. Welcome, gentlemen. I'm glad so many of you could come. But then it was a slow news day. Until... all allow some oxygen to enter the chamber. What's going on here? He spouted some dim novel rubbish about some synthetic man he was having trouble with. I thought about Europe and didn't pay much attention. Until I'll allow some oxygen to enter the chamber, he says. So here we go. So we're going to the next page and see what's going to happen. He's entering some oxygen into the chamber. He's going to light something on fire. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. And you'll see why I call him, good lord, they say, the Human Torch. Dun 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 dun. And there he is in his little sphere burning away there. And this fella looking very sort of Howard Starkish. Oh, wow. Very clever. They're all clapping their hands going, ooh, look at that. It's a burning man. The sudden jolt of shock and terror rocked us back like a physical blow, but it only lasted a moment. Then common sense reasserted itself. The thing was a fake. It had to be fake. Of course, it must be a fake. No one could burn in a little tube like that and not turn to ash. Could it be fake? Let's see. Let's read on. Pages 8 of 9. Check your calendar, Horton. Halloween's not for weeks yet, says one man. What'd you do, douse a mannequin in kerosene? We should have bought the marshmallows, says one man. So everyone's taking him as a big joke. I'd have scoffed too, but I was doing my job. Taking pictures might make the back pages somewhere. So I was the only one I could looking directly at the thing, and that's when it moved. So we look and he says, it looked alive, as human, as you and I, but it was on fire, and I swear it looked straight at me. Look at that face, looking straight at him. Boom. Whoa, everyone's gasping now. Look, everyone's like, whoa, he's staring right at us. It's alive, it's moving. Oh my god. You want your name in the paper, Horton? You get it, but not the way you hoped. But gentlemen, that thing is a danger to the whole city. Destroy it or we'll force you to, says the angry mob. I didn't know what to say on the way to the cars. I don't think anyone did. We were new to our jobs. Wuxtray, read all about blazing man on fire, says the kid on the street holding up the daily paper. I couldn't help feeling a little sorry for Horton. That thing, it looked at me like a person would. What must it have been like to destroy it? I heard later he ended up burying it. Power of the press. Yeah, right. So after all that, he displayed the Human Torch. Unfortunately, due to public demand, he had to get rid of it. Or did he get rid of it? Maybe we'll see. How cool is this artwork from Alex Ross? Very impressive. Right, let's read on. Pages 10 to 11. Oh, okay, he's got out. Well, let's read on. But the weeks passed, and there were other kinds of fires. What do you think, sweetheart? The one in the blue box? They say, looking in the window of the jewelers. There was work and life, and city by night. But in my case, there was Doris Duquette. Duquette? I'll say it's French. Duquette. They're awfully pricey. I love you, but I don't want to break you. Let's do it, Doris. Let's take the risk. I can see it all, Dolores. I'll make it to Europe, make a name for myself. I'll be able to give you all you deserve. The little house in Queens, the white picket fence, the works. Sounds great, but I'd settle for just you, safe and alive. There was no need for her to worry about that. I was immortal. We were all back then. Then, that scream, he thinks. It's like someone's screaming, ah! What's going on? There wasn't any real danger. This might be it. The scoop. They'll convince Mr. Goodwin to send me to Europe. Just opportunity. What is it? Stay away, Charlie. Make it stay away. Please. Wait here, honey. Where it's safe and I'll be right back. So he's doing the crazy thing and running towards the danger with his camera. Gotta see what's going on. He's screaming. Say, what could it possibly be? Look, we got a faint little flame in the background there. So could it be the torch? Let's have a look. On to the next page. Whoa! Look at that. It's the Human Torch. He's back. He's out of his cave. He's out of his little pod, and he's looking very, very lost and confused. He's not burning anybody yet, so that's good. But when I rounded the corner, no, says one innocent lady. It was clear in their faces they'd seen the stories in the paper, chuckled over them as they ate their eggs and bacon. But now those faces told a different story, a story of fear and awe, and a world cut loose from its moorings. Of course, I wasn't watching them. He was watching the flaming man running towards everybody. Ah, look at that. He's running past him. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's a flaming man. And just trying not to get burnt by him. Hey, I see Fro. Fro says, "Let's go. Let's go, Fro." I said, "I'll try and keep the story going, but I will get to comments eventually." Right, pages 12 of 13. This is a 50-page comic book, so we're going to be at this for a little bit, but so far it's not a bad story. And just as I was wondering how the torch escaped and thinking that he looked as sure, surprised and confused as we did, and at the same time telling myself that was ridiculous, that it was an object, not a person, but he was gone, he was out of there. Look at that. Leaving behind nothing but flaming footprints that flickered and died in the chilling night air. I must be seeing things, said one man. It was a trick of the light. Too much bubbly, says one man. Yeah. Phil, what's going on? Says his wife-to-be. Propaganda, some kind of German trick, he says. What was it? I saw something in the sky. They couldn't compare what they'd seen, so they dismissed it. It was over. They could shake it off for now. But I'd seen it twice, he said. So look at that. Everyone's just dismissing the fact that there was a burning man running down the street. It's nothing out of the ordinary at all. See it every day. Look, some guy saying it was a trick of the light, too much bubbly. It was the Germans. There we go. Fro says, I'm driving to a city about an hour out. Great road company. Relax and read. Thank you, Fro. Appreciate it, mate. Dr. Strange's house as well. Awesome read, prayers. Thanks for the stream. Hope you're feeling better. I am feeling a bit better. Thank you very much, Doc. I've been out for the last week sick, but I'm getting back into it. But anyway, let's get back into it. Let's keep rolling. So we've just seen a giant flaming man running down the street, and no one seems to bat an eyelid. So let's see what's going on now. So now we're cutting into a diner, and Phil here is reading his paper, seeing what's going on in the daily news. So while the rest of New York went back to business, dancing to Jimmy Dorset and watching the war in Europe like a ball game, I waited for the other shoe to drop. Phil, thank God you're here. What is it, Doris? What's happened? Steady, sweetheart, take a deep breath. Well, while I was on my lunch break, I took my sandwich to the waterfront like I usually do. But there was this man, Phil. This big, eerie-looking, naked man. Okay. He had a brand-aged girl. The police said he had a brand-aged girl. They said the police kidnapped her from the hospital. The police, they shot him. But Phil, the bullets didn't hurt him at all. Okay, so he's taking a bandaged woman from the hospital. And who's this? Oh, it looks like Namor. You can tell it's Namor by, well, he's a giant naked man and with wings on his ankles. So yeah, a bit of a giveaway. And also they're shooting him and seems to be bouncing off him like Superman. But you know, that's a different comic book and different franchise. So let's read on. So what's Namor up to? Why is he rescuing this bandaged girl from the hospital? Let's have a look. He picked up a police car and threw it. He threw the car, she says. He leaped into the water and looked back at the cops like they were just a nuisance to him. Such an inconvenience. Yeah, that sounds like Namor, all right. The police, they saved the girl, but the naked man just swam away without even coming up for air. Oh, criminy. I've been hearing this Submariner story all morning. He busted up a power plant, went flying over Central Park. It's all a load of hooey. It's one of them Orson Welles tricks. A bunch of bunky old suckers believers. Oh yeah? But I was there. I saw it, she said. Just a trick, little lady. Phil. It's okay, sweetheart. You saw what you saw. They all agreed that she was wrong, and it was nothing, but I wondered how long they could keep it up. Not that long, as it turned out. It's quite funny, everyone's like so quick to dismiss her. It's like, you're making things up, lady. Oh, here we go. Manhattan seemed like the whole world to us sometimes, but it was an island. But it's just an island. And look, we've got a flaming ball of flame flying over the top of Manhattan. So is that the Human Torch? I think it might be. And the marvels among it, and the marvels among us didn't exactly hide that horrific face. So look, he melted that poor man's car, says the policeman. Caught a dangerous maniac, they say. A gang of hoodlums in special flaming suits. And where they get that idea then, hey? It's not natural, says another man. That horrifying face. Stop that racing scam a few weeks back. Just what's he wants with you there? Just what he wants you to think, he says. So everyone's come out to see a big flaming hole where a car's engine should be. So the Human Torch is definitely about. Whole subway tunnels were flooding. Would have drowned for sure. Saved us all. Who's to say he didn't start the flood in the first place, says someone. Ripped right through steel, shattered tons of metal and glass. And do we just say thank you to? Don't like those ears at all. Okay, so we got one story about someone melting stuff and another story about someone flooding subway tunnels and rescuing people. So we've got a bit of a yin-yang thing going on here. Bit of a hot and cold, bit of a peanut butter and jelly situation going on. But let's read on and find out what's going on. And when you came right down to it, the island wasn't that big. So we're back in the diner now, everyone's having a bit of a conversation. Look at the story. Human Torch flies medicine to trap... Files. Look at the story. Human Torch files medicine to trap town. Pah! Now, where's that easy wit of yours? That cheerful contempt for the world and everything in it? The things these freaks do, making Joes look like you and me, like pikers, and we just latter it up? Okay. I'd like to lock them up and throw away the key, says the J. Jonasson look-alike. I'm guessing some kind of descendant. That's... Oh. Look, he said, that's enough. And look, he burst into flame. It's a Human Torch. He was there all along. Food here is lousy anyway. Not that big at all, it says. So look at that. He just melted a hole in the window there and just, yeah, buggered off. It is around then that I finally got my chance to go to Europe, but we're turning it down. Phil, you've been begging for this for months. I know, Mr. Goodwin, and I can't explain it. I just rather stay for now. Because you're turning it down? Oh, it's doing a surprise. So you're turning it down? You've been wanting to go for Europe for like forever, but now you want to stay? What's going on? What could I say? That the city had changed somehow, and that things just didn't seem right anymore. I'm sorry. Still, that's how I feel. It's not like there hadn't been mystery men before. The Angel, the Phantom Eagle, even as far back as Rawhide Kid. But this was different. These new creatures, they were more than human. And with Doris and her mother and all a Twitter over wedding plans. What do you think, Phil? Pink or Marville? I can't say that. It's a purple color. and whatever's both fine. You know what? That's something I would say. Say whatever you want, dear. So you decide. Phil, there's something wrong. You've been jumpy as a cat all evening. It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm going out for a smoke, he says. How was I supposed to be a husband, maybe a father, in a world where at any moment a monster could come crashing through your wall? Yeah, it's like, how does one protect his family and try and be a husband and loving father when the world's getting full of supermen? That is the question. Let's read on. Pages 18 and 19. Oh, here we go. Whoa, check out these colors. All right, we got some color action going on now. Marvels, I called them. And that's what they were. Next to that, what were we? Before they came, we were so big, so grand. We were Americans, young, strong, and vital. We were the ones who got things done. And we've gotten smaller. I could see it in those same faces. Faces that had once been so confident and brash. We weren't the players anymore. We were the spectators. We were waiting for someone, waiting for something, without knowing what it was. And in the late spring of 1940, fellas, Mr. Goodwin wants all of you in his office pronto, says someone. You ain't gonna believe what's happened. Oh, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Something's going on. Oh, here we go. Human Torch and Nemo are going for it. The waiting stopped. The Submariner was pitching a fit and taking it out on the city, and the chief of police sicked the Human Torch on him. It was as if the gods of legend had returned to Earth, at least if you read about it in the papers, that is, to follow the Marvels through their combat as the Submariner bolted from landmark to landmark, sowing destruction, the torch a stake of fire on the trail. Wow, look at that. Look at that artwork. Look how epic that is. So cool. It must have seemed like a glorious aerial ballet. Dangerous, beautiful, and thrilling. And maybe it was, but not for us. Oh dear. But what we saw, carnage and destruction and confusion. Cripes, look at them all. Which way, kid? That way, towards the Empire State Building. So look at that, they're leaving the destruction in their wake. We've got trains full of innocent bystanders, so getting rescued by the police. We've got Torch and Nemo tearing it up, having a little clash of the titans going on there. But yeah, we'll see how much destruction they cause. Pages 20 of 21. So nearly halfway there. And frightened people who felt safe a minute or two ago tried to get out of the way, but not sure which way to run. I've got to get to the phone, he said. We barely even saw any of the action. It moved so fast. Look, there he goes. I'm no fan of that guy. I don't hold with people built from a kit. I see, it's like IKEA. It's like built in a box. But right here now, I hope we give that water breather jerk what for. Don't say that. You don't know what you're talking about. Huh? And you are? Betty Dean, policewoman. I've met Nemo. He only tried to get what he considers justice for his people. You shouldn't judge him until you know both sides of the story, she says. Alright, Betty Dean. People, there's more than one of them? Hey, did you hear that Submariner guy just flooded the Holland Tunnel? And it's full of cars. I've got to get to the phone, he said. You'll have to excuse us, Officer Dean. It was like all hell's breaking loose. So Officer Dean's saying he's trying to do what's best for his people. So maybe the Human Torches are, or something's going on that Nemo's trying to do justice for his people. Let's find out. Much as we'd love to listen to you make excuses for a rampaging maniac, we have work to do. We didn't catch up to either of them at the tunnel, or the Central Park Zoo, or the George Washington Bridge. It wasn't until they reached the Statue of Liberty that we got more of a glimpse of them. See there, up there on the statue, says one bloke. And that was from quite a distance. The Submariner's blown out the Torch's fire somehow, and he's thrown him off. Uh-oh. So the Submariner's thrown him off the Statue of Liberty building, and he's flamed off. He's fallen straight into the water. We held our breaths as the torch burst into flame again. But unfortunately, it wasn't in time, and he hit the water. Too late. He hit the drink and looked. That fish-faced rats dived in after him. Say, can robots drown? The torch's escape some minutes later was hidden from us by a coal barge, so we missed that too. So Nemours jumped into the river to try and save him. Or let him perish, we're not sure yet. Either way, we'll have to read on and find out. Right, page 22, 23. But at least I finally reached the phone. You alright, Doris? Nothing's... No, there was some noise and the building shook, that's all. It's you I'm worried about, out there at it all. Look, get to Lanigan's and wait for me there. There'll be newsmen there, so if anything happens, you know right away. And the building's solid as a rock. Phil, kiss her for me and hang up. We got the Radio City. What's he kidnapping? Rocketeers now? Whole TV shows. Take a gander. So this is Nemours hijacked the TV. He's doing a broadcast. This is Prince Nemours, the Submariner, with a message for the so-called Human Torch. This is my final warning. Get off my trail, Torch, or suffer the consequences. Oh, that was good. Of course, we all found out Radio City was scarce employees, wrecked equipment, and holes in the wall. The Torch and the Submariner had hot-footed it upstate, and the roads were too jammed with panicked New Yorkers to follow. Yeah, right, so he's made his broadcast, and now he's buggered off. He's trying to draw out the Torch, saying, get off my tail or suffer the consequences. Ooh. So while they wheeled and scorned and crashed in the spring sunshine, we kept to the shadows and strayed for any word of them. Can't you get any better reception than that, Lanigan? Shh! Shut up! Repeat the latest developments. The Human Torch had imprisoned the Submariner beneath a sheet of flame in an upstate reservoir. But the undersea dynamo freed himself, even as the army bombed his fiery prison. We will continue to bring you updates as they occur. But now, a word from Blossom, he says. Yeah, right. What is it, Phil? What's wrong? Look at us, just sitting here waiting. This isn't a thing we can do. And this is our city, our world. Who gave them the right to just come and take it away from us? So very, very patriotic. So he's saying we can't be sitting around waiting, listening to what's going on. We've got to get out there. We've got to do something. I've got to take some photos because that's what I do. I'm a photographer. Very cool. Pages 24 to 25. Look alive, kids. Police pool says the Torch is back in town and headed for the Torpay Chemical Works. It's up to something, all right. Let's move. Ooh, it's a scoop. Let's go, guys. Let's go. As luck would have it, the police had cleared the bridges, and by then, and our press credentials got us through. Boy, Phil, I've got to hand it to you. You're one smart guy. Huh? What do you mean? If you'd taken that job, you'd be on the streamer to Europe right now, and you'd be missing all of this. Who cares about the war in Europe anymore? We got our own war right here. And this time, we're Johnny on the spot. It was the first thing I heard in all this that made actually any sense. It was like a war, not just the battles, but the very fact the marvels themselves of war, or some freakish violent storm. And all we could do, or anyone could do, was hold fast and hope to ride it out. It's that cop, that Dean woman. she's gotten to make nice as each other. I don't believe it. They're actually smiling at each other. If they shake hands, I'm definitely going to throw up, says one of them. So it looks like the policewoman's coming in. She's playing mediator, getting them to play nice. So that's it. Maybe the conflict's over. That could be the end of it. And just like that, it was over. And over the course, there were no reprisals, no punishments. Nobody got hurt by us, the normal people. Ah, nuts. The torch just let him go after all they did. That ain't fair. Forget it, Iggy. You expect a storm to pay for the damage it caused? A war to care who gets killed? Huh? Just forget it. The next day dawned like nothing had happened at all. Everybody put their backs into digging out, repairing the damage just like ants. And we all grumbled and we all said something we ought to be done, but what was there to do? What was there for a man to do? I found Doris at a makeshift clinic on the east side. This is Mr. Compton, Phil. He was the Earl. He was in the Earl when it went down. Some ride, you bet. Woo! Oh, Doris, can you spare a minute? What happened yesterday has been happening for months. It'll blow over, but can't keep on forever. Until things are same again, a man's nothing next to those things. Yeah, right. So we're just getting back to the rebuilding now. So all our King Kongs and Godzillas have shook hands and made up, and that's it. Their little war's over. So now it's time to rebuild and get back to business. Right, page 26 and 27. So we're halfway through this book, so there's got to be something else coming. Phil, what are you saying? Maybe we should put our wedding plans off for a little while. Just a little while. I don't want a Superman, darling. You don't understand. A man's got to be able to protect his family. If he can't do that, he's got no business being a husband. They should wait until it's all over. If that's how you feel, Phil, you better have this back. I wouldn't want to burden you. Oh no, she's giving him back the wedding ring. Oh, that's it. It could be game over. Doris, if you ever want to give it back, you know where to find me. Oh, that's it. She's giving him the wedding ring and walking away. That's it. When this is over, I'd said, when would that be? It would blow over. The world wouldn't stay like this. It couldn't. Could it? He said, with that stare on his face. Could it stay the same? Could it be over? We're not sure. Fall turned to winter, and 40 to 41, and nothing's changed. Everywhere was in turmoil, everywhere. So we're in 1941 now. So, I want to call her, and I stared at the phone for 2 hours last night, but you're an impeccable, Phil. Things changed, but not the way others expected. But I always have to be the Nazis. I don't wanna. Take a listen, Phil. I want to be Captain America. Ah, so Captain America's on the scene now. Okay, then I'm a Ritzer driver bomber, and I'm dropping my bombs all over you. Don't be stupid, Maxie. Bombs don't mean nothing to Captain America. Look at this. He's the best. He jump onto you, rip off your canopy, and stuff them bombs down your nasty throat. Man, this kid's nasty. Nothing's gonna stop him. A tank, he'd kick it into the back like a turtle. A platoon scattering like duck pins. So he's basically talking about Captain America coming and messing everybody up because he's Captain America and he's awesome. He's Captain America, Max. He's the best. He's hot like Buckarus. Alright, so Captain America's doing his thing over in Europe. Alright, page 28 and 29. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing about him. Secret weapon? On good authority, a shooting star. Fella told me the governor. Whole squad of them. Nobody admitted to knowing anything at the Department of the Army, but they were sure smug about something. And the headlines. Headlines, some of them say, Captain America nabs spy. Captain America prevents dam explosion. Captain America's nation's #1 spy buster. And of course, who is Captain America? The Nazi saboteurs, the assassination rings, the fifth columnists. Every day it seemed like there was something new. He strolled out of Nazi strongholds like he was walking through the park, shrugging off bullets and bayonets. Look at that, just doing Captain America things. And we ate it up like candy. That Captain America, he'll give that Hitler what for, says the old man. Did you see those pictures in Life magazine? Those shoulders, those eyes, says all the girls gawking at him. He's doing what we ought to be doing, taking the fight to the man who started it all. I can't wait till we're there in this. You'll see some stuff then. Man, Fury's boy be leading the charge in Captain Hell's kitchen. Maybe you can be his kid partner if Bucky catches chickenpox. Nicky the kid scraper. Shut up, y'all. He's before I pop his one. And the most amazing thing was this. No one was scared of him. He was as much a marvel as the Torch or the Submariner. And he was never a threat like they were. Was it because they were outsiders? And was it one of us, our own personal American champion? Very cool. Right, page 30 and 31. So we're getting there. Whatever it was, it was catching. As we found out a few weeks later. Hi, Dolores. Oh, okay, you seen the X. This could get messy. You know Bill Lumpkin, don't you? Not sure. We've met, but I'm sure you wouldn't remember him. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again, then, I guess. It says we're in a movie theater. So you can't break catching the news. I don't get it, Phil. Isn't that your girl? Shh. Enjoy the movie, he says. The show was pretty good. The show was a pretty good one. They had a silly sympathy and a follow the bouncing ball sing along. And then they showed the newsreel. Dramatic footage captured from the vaults of the German High Command by British agents, showing a stunning victory for the forces of freedom and justice. Oh, look. It's our man Namor. What's he up to? As the incredible Human Torch and the indefeatable Submariner roll over the Nazi Jap war machine, it seems the amazing aces of fire and water uncovered a joint effort by the Germans and the Japs to burrow an invasion tunnel under the Bering Strait to Alaska. Alright, so the Human Torch and Namor are working together now. The Jap and Nazis had guns, tanks, poison gas. You never saw a theater fall so silent, so fast. But did the Human Torch care? No, sir, he did not. Doesn't matter, they had tanks, they had bombs, they had knives, sharp weapons, harsh language. Did Namor and Torch care? No, they plowed right through them. And weren't those military mountebanks surprised when a couple of unannounced guests dropped in for a visit? And as for the submariner, well, he clearly believes in the old adage that actions speak louder than words. And when it was over, so look at this. Look at that face. Like Nemo's just picking up a tank like it's nothing. Just boof. Take that. Go, Torch. Hit them Nazi rats. Smash them. Sink them. Submariner. What a guy. What a combo. Everyone's cheering the Submariner on, saying, get him, get him. It's amazing how public perception has changed. The Human Torch and the Submariner had fought against the warmongers before, but never so publicly, never so spectacularly, and never together. And if it struck me as odd at the time to applaud two men who caused so much destruction so recently, I was too busy cheering to notice. So he was getting in on it as well. He's cheering in. Hey, Double Quill's just jumped in. Quill says, I'm listening while doing house chores. Lots of hidden cultural history in there. Yeah, there is, like, tons. Overnight, we adopted the Marvels as our boys, and we weren't shy about it. He used to live right around here, they say. But he saved my business from a gasoline syndicate. Sure as shooting, he says. Also says on the wall there behind his little gasoline saying, give him hell, Torch. Catch that Nemo. Says here he broke up a prison of war escape up in Canada. Guess he showed them boys who's boss. We ain't a patch on the Torch. You hear now. He nabbed them arsonists. The world has shifted again. The dark menacing shadows have been lit up. So basically they've gone from being public enemy number one and a menace to the stars of the show, to the golden boys of America. So it's amazing how propaganda works and public perception. All right. And turned out not to be monsters after all. I'm glad you agreed to see me, Dolores. That guy Bill. He's really just our mailman. We met in the lobby, she said. I've been acting like a fool, kind of. No argument from me, Phil. Well, I just, could we go back to how things were? I don't think so. I'm still sort of mad at you. But if you want to start over, I think that could be arranged. And she says, give him a little kiss on the cheek. So there's still a chance he could get back in there. I can't remember a more glorious fall, they say. They drive in their car, driving down the road there. Lots of lovely trees from side to side. The air was crisp, the days were bright and fresh, and the world was full of wonders. I was thinking of a little house and the picket fence, and the only marvels I cared to think about were Dolores' eyes. And there was no danger, nothing that could be safely ignored. So it was as much of a shock to me as to everyone else. So he looks happy. He's with Dolores. They're doing the dance thing, doing the whole Captain America Carter dance. So wonder what's going to happen now. When stop the music, please. If I could have everyone's attention. I've been asked to tell you the Submariner has apparently launched a military attack on a civilization. It's been reported battling both British and Italian forces in Spain and is currently in possession of Gibraltar. The Human Torch led a British counterattack, but he has not been heard from in many hours. Oh dear. It is considered unlikely that the Submariner's forces will reach the United States, but nevertheless, watertight shelters are being prepared in the subway tunnels. Emergency instructions will be posted in all public places. Every sentence was just a thunderbolt. It just didn't make any sense. The Submariner was one of our boys, wasn't he? How can this be happening, says a man. It's not possible, says another. So there we go. The Submariner's apparently done a 180 and gone with the bad guys, and now the Human Torch is now apparently the good guy. So wonder what's going on. Let's read on. Page 36 and 37. This must have been what Londoners felt like during the Blitz. They felt so safe on their side of the channel, and then the channel didn't mean anything anymore. We listened for instructions for evacuation plans, but we listened as the Submariner was reported to be attacking in Africa. Berlin, Canada. Ooh. Attention, attention, this is not a drill. Oh, okay, so it's one of them old Jeeps out the front there with the big megaphone saying, "This is not a drill. The Submariner is heading for New York. This is not a drill. Please proceed to your nearest shelter immediately." "Phil," says Dolores. I knew what she was thinking. I'd said it before, a man's got to be able to protect his family. If he can't do that, but you better get to the shelter, honey. But what about... I've got a job to do, he says. Getting all like brave and like, oh my god, I've got to go be a man. Now's my time to shine. Right, page 38 and 39. Oh, nearly there. Oh, okay. It's getting real. It's going down. Phil, got your camera? It's riveted on. They said south on the radio. The battery, come on! Get to the shelters, both of you. Press, press! As they hold their parcels up. Say, let us through. The torch is on his way, we just heard. In here, we can make it to the roof. I'm staying here. I've got a clear view, and the grate ought to hold. Not me. I'm through running from it, he says, Phil. And he reached the roof just as, here it comes! He looks out, and he sees a massive tsunami wave. So it looks like the Human Torch looks like the Submariner's about ready to flood everything with a massive wave in like full on, like, you know, day after tomorrow style. Page 40 of 41. Yeah, look at that. We can see the Human Torch is up there as well, flying around. So I wonder what's going to happen. It was something to see, he said. Look at that. Oh, here we go. They're at it now. We heard later about how he used whales and super turbines to generate the wave. But at the moment it hit, it was nature unleashed, pure and simple. Oh, here we go. The Human Torch, they're at this now. Human Torch says, Nemor, stop this now. It was as if everything they had been brewing since they first saw the torch burst into flame had broken into one colossal storm. You won't find it easy, Firebug, says Nemor. And look, they're at it. They're jumping around, doing a dance in the air. And I was at its eye, he said. I just feel like getting it all on camera. It was a part of it. I was right where I belonged. So he's found his purpose now. He's capturing it all on camera. Watching Nemor and the Human Torch do their dance in the sky. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is all flooded. Well, the rest of Manhattan's flooding. Alright, page 42 and 43. So they're still at it. I was the witness. A chunk of masonry, the doctors told me, broke loose during the fight, and one or more of them hit me, marking me for all time. Oh dear. So here we go. The Torch and Nemor are at it. And look, they've gone straight into a bloody wall. And Phil just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And he's been smacked in the face with a couple of bricks. The glasses are flying off. The camera's been obliterated. And all he can see is black. By the time I woke up, it was all over. in more ways than one. Reparations were being made, and the Submariner was on the side of the Angels again. And more importantly, Japan had attacked Pearl Harbor. We were at war with the Axis powers, and nobody had the time to worry about the Marvels anymore. Phil, they said you were here. Hi, sweetheart. These flowers all from you? No, they're from her. Oh, Phil, your eye, the doctor said. Oh, how do I feel, he said. You mean aside from wondering whether molecular vision will improve my photography? So it looks like his eyes been all busted up, it's all patched up. He may have lost the eye. I guess we're gonna have to find out from the doctor, see what the diagnosis is. Age 44 and 45. Nearly there, guys. Nearly there. It's been a long one, this one. Am I mad at the Marvels for taking my eye? Am I going to swear vengeance on them? Devote my life to destroying them all? Or driving them out of our world so everything can be the way it was? Is that what you're asking me, says Phil? Something like that? Nah, I'm going to have more important things to do. There's a war going on, for one, and we've got a wedding to plan. That is, if you're still willing to marry Popeye the cameraman. But I... shut up and kiss me, would you? Oh, isn't that sweet? Well, I'd say he's recovered, says his mate. Oh, here we go. We're cutting to the wedding now. So they've just had their wedding. Oh, look, he's wearing an eye patch now. He's getting all Nick Fury. Very cool. I was 4F thanks to my eye, but I did get to Europe as the war correspondent I wanted to be at the start. The food here is lousy, but what do you expect? I think it's last year's leftovers from the Bugle lunchroom. So he's must be on the front now. He's in the war. He's writing a letter. Moving out in a few minutes, Phil. I'll be ready, Casey. I've been thinking about what I tried to tell you when I left about that day and what happened. I think I know how to say it now. I've been waiting for the Marvels to go away, and what I realized that day was maybe we all realized. There wasn't some temporary thing like the World's Fair over the Olympics or even the war. They were for real. Alright, we're getting into the last pages now. Pages 46 and 47. The Marvels are here to stay. There's more of them all the time. Citizen V, the Whistler, the Blue Diamond. I could wait forever if I wanted, but that would just stop me, not them. Just got the word. Let's go. We're gonna wrap up. And the thing I didn't see until I was up on the building and the wave was crashing around me. It isn't going to be them that adapts to us. The world is different now. The rules have changed. Down there, see them? That's a lot of Germans. It's going to change forever. So they're standing over a ridge looking onto a German compound. Looks like something out of Indiana Jones. And nobody has any idea what the future is going to bring. Yeah, but look what's coming. They look up in the sky. But do you know what? They look up in the sky and something's coming overhead. Oh, here we go. We see Bucky, Captain America. There's Namor there as well. I'm not sure who that guy is, but he looks very impressive. It's going to be one heck of a ride finding out. So it looks like Phil's come to the acceptance of the world has changed forever, and he's just happy to be part of it now. Very cool. And that also looks like the panel of what our secret rare cover is taken from, but we'll go over that in a minute. Oh wait, okay, it was double pages, a couple of them. So look, they're all parachuting in on the Germans now. We've got a whole heap of people I don't recognize, but they all look like superheroes. Oh, there's a Human Torch as well. And there's another one as well. It says your loving husband Phil, and that's the end of book 1 apparently. So yeah, those Germans are in trouble now. They're getting bombed left, right, and center from our team of superheroes. Apparently, the next issue is called Monsters, which unfortunately we don't have on the app, but we might get it one day. All right, and that's the end. That's the end of it, guys. We made it to the end of the book. That was a 50-page book, which I think is the longest read we've actually done on this show so far. But very, very good read. Oh, here we go. There's a joint page there. Didn't see that. Very cool. So yeah, great story, great action, a lot of great artwork. Wow, look at that. Very cool. That wave. So guys, what do you think of that? So let me know in the comments or in the chat here. So did you enjoy the story, enjoy the reading? So there's a lot going on there. It's just sort of showing one man's journey through the whole thing. Basically just seeing the world change before his eyes. Just trying to find his place and what it means to be a man by the looks of it. How good is that artwork from Alex Ross? Very, very cool. Very distinctive artwork. So just doing a brief recap back through the comic. The Human Torch. No, very cool. Well, that's gonna conclude the reading, guys. I think that's the end of it. But if you want to stick around for a little bit longer, we'll go over the VeVe app and have a look in the market, see what this thing's going for, go over a bit of information about the comic itself. But if you want to jump out now, that's all good. Just appreciate you taking the time to listen in. Hope you enjoyed the reading. If you enjoy this and want to hear more, give us a like, comment, subscribe. So let me know what you would like me to read. If you're familiar with the VeVe app and all the comics on there, if there's something you want to listen to or something I haven't covered yet, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. But now, if you want to stick around for a little bit, I'm gonna bring back my. Actually, let's turn off the music first. Also, what did you think of that music? Was it okay? It was awfully dramatic. I thought I was trying to go for something a bit more dramatic, a bit more patriotic, because that's what it seemed like was kind of one of the underlining themes of this comic book. So let me just bring back my. Oh, yeah, there I am. I'm back. And yeah, so that was Marvel's #1. But yeah, like I said, if you want to stick around for a little bit, we'll close this down. We'll have a little look in the VeVe app and see what's going on. So yeah, so like I was saying, this this is Marvel's #1, and you can find this on VeVe, which is a digital collectors platform. Which they specialize in licensed IP from Disney, Marvel. They do Star Wars, all sorts of other independent artists as well. Ron English, Frank Kozik, and a whole heap of other ones. We'll go over them because it is late here in the UK and it's getting towards my bedtime, so bear with me. But this comic in particular, so this has been Marvel Comics #1. So this is from my own personal collection. This is our common cover. And this is actually one of the first batches of comic books actually landed on VeVe when it first started, which would have been about three years ago, I believe. So yeah, a little bit of information here. So yeah, written by Kurt Busiek, artist Alex Ross. Oh, cool. Says I didn't hear any music, or maybe I had it turned down too much. Oh dear. Oh well. Maybe I'll write that down next time. Yeah, there was some dramatic music there, some bit of patriotic stuff. Maybe I had it too low. Oh well, but hopefully you enjoyed listening to my voice. So yeah, so these are the comic books we have on VeVe. So they go in 5 different rarities. So we've got our common cover, which is the one that everyone knows. We've got our uncommon cover, which has got the Human Torch left, right, in the center there. We've got our rare, which is a snippet of the falling wave. We've got our ultra rare, which has got the signs on the front saying the Human Torch. And of course, our secret rare has got Captain America, Bucky, and all his mates flying into that German compound towards hell. And they've all got very different rarities. So I'll just use this one as an example. So this was a 60,000 edition comic. So there are 48,000 commons, 6,000 uncommons, 3,000 rares. There's 2,400 ultra rares, and there's 600 of the secret rares. So in comparison to what we've got on the app now, just shut that. In comparison to what on the app what we've got now, yeah, this is a very lot of additions to this comic book. You go look, it says here as well. See, it's total 60,000 editions. 49 pages, listing price. So the start year was 94, apparently. And yeah, so we'll have a little look in the market as well. So if you're interested in picking this one up for yourself, let's see what it's going for. Oops, that's why it's not working, because I misspelled it because I can't spell. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. So if you are interested in picking up one of these for yourself, our common is currently going for 1 gem and 28 frags. Wow, that is like super cheap. Just in case you're wondering, the way this the app works is they use their own in-app currency, so they price it all in gems, and gems is gems is more or less equivalent to the US dollar. So 1 gem is $1 US. We say say frags as like the lower denomination, so it's like your dollars and cents and so on. So 28 frags is like the lower denomination. Well, here we go. Oh, actually, now I've got this up. I can bring this up now. So Quill makes a good point. A lot of those were locked in pre-KYC accounts, so who knows how many they've actually been released. So that's very true. So this actually might not be as many additions as we as you suspect, because back in the early days of VeVe, there were accounts that weren't KYC'd and had stuff locked in them, so they could very well be still locked in there. So this there might be a lot less than we think they are. But yeah, but I probably should have covered that before. That's one thing. If you are interested in getting involved with the VeVe app, all you need to do is basically just sign up to the app, do a little bit of KYC, make yourself an account. You load up your chosen payment method, whether that be a credit card or PayPal or Google or whatever you got. You load up with a desired gem amount. I believe the minimum is 10 gems. And yeah, it's basically quite easy. You basically just see something you like, you hit the buy now button, and you buy it, and then that goes into your account. One thing to note though is that it cannot be taken off of the VeVe app. So once you buy it, you can't transfer it to like a MetaMask or an external wallet or anything like that. But not yet, not yet. Could be coming in the future. Who knows? But there's also that level of security as well, saying that like you don't have to worry about hacks or anything like that. It stays in VeVe and it's quite safe there. So as I was saying, so our common's going for 1 gem and 28 frags, so that's very affordable. Our uncommon is going for 2 gems and 50 frags. Our rare is going for 7 gems and 50 frags. So all very, very affordable. And our ultra rare is going for 11 gems and 99 frags. Wow, that's quite cheap. But look at that addition, that addition number is quite high. And our secret rare is going for 89 gems. So very cool. Obviously, not financial advice, but the options are there. If you decide you want to give it a crack and pick one up for yourself, that is there. But excuse me. So just to go over the platform a little bit itself. So they've got a marketplace, and we'll just do a little gander at some of the other stuff they do here. So this is some of the other collectibles they offer. So they do Happy Tree Friends is a good example. A lot of fun. What else they got? So let's see. So they've got Coca-Cola, they've got Star Wars, they've got Lamborghini, got Marvel, Thor, some independent artists as well. That's Matt Gondek. Jafar, Return of the Jedi. Some they got posters. They got the Enterprise and Betty Boo and a few other cool stuff. So yeah, it's like I said before, it's very simple. So if I see something I like, let's say the Enterprise here, for example, I can click on it. And look, right now there's 35 gems on the floor. I can organize it by if I'm looking for a certain low edition or something like that. Lowest edition here is apparently 50, and that's going for a ridiculous number that I'm never going to be able to afford. That's obviously a flex. But if we say we go back to the low one, I go buy now. Obviously, I can't afford it because I've got no gems whatsoever, and I would just go buy now, and then it would end up in my collection. So yeah, so that's just a brief little rundown of how the sort of system works. And if you want to check it out, you can just go to market and check out the collectibles yourself because there's loads in there. All sorts of cool IP. We got Lamborghinis, we got alligator Lokis, we got stamps, we got fishes, we got Deadpools, we got all sorts of cool stuff. But then if we go down here, then we got comic books. Now comic books is something more I'm into. And yeah, we've got all sorts of different titles. We've got like Spider-Mans, we've got Strange Tales, we've got Night Nurse, we've got Ant-Man, X-Men, Marvels, all sorts of cool stuff. And they all work on the same principles as well. So let's take this one here. So this is the first appearance of Green Goblin. So they've all got 5 different rarities. They've all got rare. They've all got common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare covers. And most of them, the rare and ultra rare covers are VeVe exclusive covers. So they are exclusive artwork that's done by various artists that you can only find on the VeVe platform. So these ones are actually quite collectible as well. And all the different artists have their own different unique art styles as well. So if there's a certain artist you're collecting, that's also there as well. Yeah, lots of cool artwork and lots of cool titles as well. And we've got some pretty big books on here too. Like this one, for example, Incredible Hulk #1, which is the first appearance of the Incredible Hulk. We had that one we looked at before, which is the first appearance of Green Goblin. What else we got? Here's another good example. This one's just dropped a little while ago. That's another heavy hitter. That's Uncanny X-Men #12. That's the first appearance of the Juggernaut. And loads of other cool titles. And again, same principles. If you see something you like, you click on it, you say buy now, and it's yours. And this is one that just recently dropped as well. So they're just testing a new MCP system. So basically, if I go over my profile here, they've got something called Master Collector Points. So this is a little example of mine. And they're trying a system at the moment where you can use these Master Collector Points to basically increase your odds of entering a waitlist and bidding on more premium items, I guess you could say. But right now it's all kind of in test phase, and everyone seems to be quite happy with it. And yeah, so that's looking pretty good as well. And here you go. So we've also got little coming soon drops as well. This is some of the stuff they've recently just dropped on the app. So we've got a Juggernaut collectible, Juggernaut comic. We've got these ones coming up very, very soon. So we've got a Star Wars Season 2. Oh, sorry, Series 2. The 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, which has got the Scout Trooper and the Imperial Guard. Oh, sorry, Royal Guard. Nearly get that wrong. Very cool. Was that working? There we go. And this was our comic book is just coming up. So this one looks really cool. This is the first appearance of Norman Osborn, the man who would be the Green Goblin. And look at this. This is our rare, our commons, uncommons. These rare and ultra rare. That ultra rare looks really cool. Actually, I wonder if I can blow that up. If it'll let me. Probably won't let me yet. Actually, yes, it will if I go with that. And look, you can even get a little comic book preview as well. So if I click on comic book preview, and I'm interested in getting this thing, look, it gives me a few little pages of the inside of it, and then I can decide whether I want to try and go for this. So it gives you the first 6 pages. So yeah, so if that's something you're into, you can check that out as well. Ooh, we just close that. Let's see, what else can I say about the app? So yeah, yeah, if you're interested in checking it out, it's over on the. Whoops, where are you? There we are. So you can find it there. So app.vv.me, or just Google VeVe. You can find it in the Google Play Store and the iOS store on Android and Apple. And yeah, just download the app, install it, and create your account, and off you go. And yeah, it'll give you a little snippet of my collection as well. So basically, you can make yourself a little collection area, and you've got a little area for your collectibles. There's a little handful of mine, and then of course you got your comic books as well. So just to give you a small example of what's in Ozmankollects63's comic book collection. Little mix of rare, ultra rare covers. I mainly like ultra rare covers. I got tons of ultra rare covers, but this is just a little example. But maybe I'll do a collections video one day. Let me know if that's something you want to see. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to start wrapping things up because it is getting quite late here in the UK. It's coming up on yeah. Oh, here we go. Fro says great collection, Oz. Great collection. I should tell you what. Let me just do it now. I said I might save it for a video, but I'll tell you what. Let's do, because I'm quite known for my ultra rare covers. Let me just show you some of the ultra rare covers I got. So check it out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still with me, you're still hanging in there. This is Ozmankollects63's ultra rare comic collection. So we've got a couple of good titles in here. So we've got the likes of, this is a good one, Edge of Spider-Verse #2, first appearance of Spider-Gwen. Got a nice mint number on that one too. 324, very nice. Nice low 3-digit. Of course, we got the first Spider-Man 2099. We got FA Silk. Oh, now this one's one of my favorites. Say Amazing Spider-Man number, was it 129, I believe? Yeah, Spider-Man 129, which is the first appearance of the Punisher. I got hey, what does that? I got myself the ultra rare. I got a nice low 3-digit on that one. Yeah, 252. It's like a nice little palindrome. I should tell you what, let me just take my face away. And it might be able to see things a bit easier. There we go. Now my face is out of shot, you can actually see it properly. So yeah, I got Star Wars, I got Marvel Zombies. I got the complete set of that too. That was pretty cool. What else we got? Scarlet Spider, Daredevil. What else we got? Well, yeah, we got FA Kingpin. This one's really cool. This is done by Dave Lopez. So really creepy looking ultra rare cover. We also got Ghost Rider. Got Werewolf by Night, Vision. Got this Strange Academy #1, the Scotty Young cover. That's very cool. A few other odds as well. Got Morbius, FA Nick Fury. Got a few Balderi covers as well. So it's got FA Shuri. That one's Gamora. I know this one's one of my kings. Got Amazing Fantasy #15, the ultra rare. Oh, here we go. Fro says your UR collection is impressive, Oz. Thank you very much, Fro. So I'm not even halfway through it yet. That's the funny thing. This is back in the days where I actually had some money to play with. What else we got? We got we got all the Marvel Zombies. There were some pretty cool covers. Got Strange Tales #10, 110, Doctor Strange. What else I got? Thor, got Squirrel Girl. Everyone loves Squirrel Girl. We got Darkwalk as well. I got this one. This is another king of the collection, Ultimate Fallout #4, FA Miles Morales, who's going to be very popular moving forward. And I like this one as well. This one's really cool. Captain America Annual with Wolverine and Captain America on the front. Got Luke Cage, Hawkeye, Monica Rambeau. We've got Venom. Venom's a good one. I still have to get the cameo one though. That's another one I want to pick up. That's another really nice UR cover. Got Sabretooth. You got Psylocke. Oh no, sorry, that's Betsy Braddock. Got Peggy Carter. That's another good one. Got Goblin, Titania, Abomination. Got Groot. I am Groot. We've got some of the Fallen Sons series. Well, we've got this one, Astonishing X-Men #1. That's one of my favorite URs. With Wolverine front center with the red that looks very beefy. Got She-Hulk. This is a nice one as well. Uncanny X-Men #129 with the FA of Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost. What have we got? Yeah, we got Moon Knight. We got another one of my favorites. We got Fantastic Four number 5, first appearance of Doctor Doom. Got Daredevil of 131, FA Bullseye. It's another one of my favorites as well, Daredevil number 25, which is the I think that's Elektra as Daredevil, but that's the only Peach Momoko ultra rare cover we've got on the app at the moment. Well, of course, that's not including the 1 of 1. Of course, got Gambit. We've got this one. This is another Alex Ross cover. That's Jay Foster as Thor. What else we got? We got the Torment series. We got Wolverine getting ripped apart by Magneto with the adamantium. That was really cool. We've got Black Cat, or Thanos as well. First appearance of Thanos. Iron Man 55. That's another really cool cover. What we got? I got What If 105. First appearance of Mayday Parker. A few other nice covers there as well. Fallen Suns. Oh yeah, I got Marvel. What's the first appearance of Miss Marvel? Got X23 as well. I'm expecting X23 to pop up in the new Deadpool movie. She has to. That's gonna be a really good one. I got also got Miss Marvel 16. This is, I believe, the first Nicoletta Bulgari cover on the app, and that's, I think, the first appearance of Mystique. Because we got Deadpool, we got Avengers, X-Men. What else we got? New Avengers, some other stuff. Got Cable, first appearance of Cable, New Mutants 87, and that's about it. Oh, that's the end. And yeah, we got first appearance of Yana Belova, and yeah, so that's Ozmankollects63's UR comic collection. There are a couple of doubles and a few 4s and 5s in there as well, but that's not really counting them. But so yeah, if that's something you're interested in, that's my collection. Would love to acquire more, but at this stage of the game, it's all just time and money. Especially when you got two kids that are getting bigger every day and eating you out of house and home. A lot of my capital goes towards them. But that's dad life. And yeah, so all right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up now because it's getting late here, and I've got to get some degree of sleep. But yeah, another big thank you. Let me bring my face up so I can say this properly. There we go. So yeah, this has been Relax and Read number 20, which has been we've been covering Marvel's number 1, which I'll bring that back up just for anybody who's jumping in right now, which is this one here. So yeah, Marvel's number 1. Which had really good story, a lot of cultural references, and thank you to everybody who made it this far with me. Much appreciated. I'll check out the X Spaces as well if anyone left any comments there. Sorry, I can't see it on YouTube at the moment, but big thank you to Fro, big thank you to Double Quill, big thank you to Doctor Strange for jumping in, listening, leaving the comments. Bye, Fro. So hope you have a great day, mate. Hope you're doing well, and hopefully we'll talk more soon. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. So I hope everyone has a fantastic Friday. If you're just getting through it or getting to the end of it, have a fantastic weekend. And also, a little reminder as well that we've got our VeVe Live coming up on Sunday. So if you are familiar with what I do, I also host Twitter Spaces on Wednesdays and Sundays, VeVe weekends, VeVe Wednesdays, and we've got our live VeVe Live coming up on Sunday, which is be about 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. UK time, or about 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if anyone's interested and wants to tune in for that, that'll be on the VeVe YouTube channel, which some of you might be watching from the VeVe Collectives channel now. Some of you might be watching from my channel, Ozmankollects63. But this channel and Relax and Read are part of the VeVe Collective, which is a collectors group that I just happen to be president of. And we're basically just a group of collectors who like to geek out. And we hang out in regular Twitter spaces and do live streams. And we just love discussing things VeVe related, but other digital collecting platforms as well, from like Cryptoys to McFarlane to Candy, all sorts of cool stuff. We also share all our physical stuff as well. We're all physical collectors. And just like nerding out with like-minded individuals, and connecting and collecting and connecting with other people in the spaces. So if that's something you're interested in, want to know a bit more about it, you can DM me on Twitter or on X. Say Ozmankollects63. That's me. And yeah, we'll get you involved, or just if you want to say hi, say my DMs are always open. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. All right, take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one, and talk more soon. All right, bye.